Hello. Episode 2, we're here.
Of the Extra Seat Podcast.
At the Extra Seat Podcast in Farm to Fork Festival.
In Sacramento. So you can see that it's sunset. Maybe you can see the Tower Bridge behind us.
Bit so that the extra person can see the
Good idea.
Awesome silent dancing going on.
Oh, yeah, silent disco.
We figured we'd treat the viewers to everything exciting so that if we're boring, at least there's this.
At least there's this.
Yeah.
Do you remember the silent disco that we did last year? Have you guys done a silent disco? It's so fun.
It is so fun because it's somehow freeing. Like, you don't feel as nervous to dance. Somehow you feel less nervous than even like if the music was playing out loud. Something about it being silent makes it even better.
It's fun. It's also like a little bit hard for me because I am someone that has a really, I have to think about being offbeat.
Yeah.
So to see a bunch of people dancing to multiple different songs, so everyone's offbeat, I'm like, what's happening? So.
Right, because there's multiple channels. Are you talking about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
and
be
so half the people are like, the beat is dropping.
Yes, exactly.
And then you're like, oh, shoot, I'm just in the middle of my verse.
Yes, 100%. So I have to, it always, like when you go to a sports game and they play some song and people start clapping to it.
Right.
And no one knows how to clap to the beat. Great fingers on a chalkboard for me. That's so grating.
I forgot about one thing though, because there's different channels. I was like waiting to say this. Because there's different channels though. You're like looking around and you're like trying to guess who's on your channel. And you're like, are you on my channel? Channel 2. Channel 2.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, and then you're like basically best friends. Yeah.
Because you're sharing the same channel. You're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, exactly. You're not doing rap, like you're doing country or whatever.
Or hip hop or pop I know they try to have a bunch of different genres in there. Something for everyone.
Yeah.
Exciting. I know it's finally Friday. We made it to the weekend. We can enjoy it here downtown, and then we have
Sacramento. Love it.
A couple days ahead of us to read, and you're gonna do yoga, and we got all sorts of things going on.
Yeah, the Railroad Museum.
Yes. I'm excited about that tomorrow. The Sacramento, California, one of the two.
The California Railroad Museum.
I've only been to it for the event we went to, but I've never actually walked through it, and I've lived here my whole life.
I hear it's haunted.
By what?
Conductors.
By what?
Conductors. Oh, you don't have headphones on, so I have to yell. That's rough. I said conductors.
Why would the conductors be haunting it?
Because it was their train. And now it's ours.
I don't know if I understand that train lore. Unless they died on the train.
Well,
usually a conductor doesn't die on the train. Since it's like if a pilot died, then
look,
the plane also goes down.
You know who dies first in the movies? The person that is incredulous about the haunting. So I would like to take you home.
So it's me.
After.
I'm marked for death.
So I'm going to need you to take up your belief a little bit.
Oh, yes. The conductors are definitely haunting us. Scary.
Exactly.
Scary.
There you go. Now we're good. Thank God.
Speaking of scary spooky, we're coming up on October soon, which is exciting. Are there any scary movies that we should watch or anything that's coming out?
I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. I know it's not scary. It's not scary. The scariest movie I have ever seen actually was The Ring, not because it's so much scarier than all the other ones, but because I saw it when I was young and the house was empty. And I had to go to sleep by myself as well. I don't know where my family was. I have 2 younger brothers and 2 parents. I don't know what. How did I end up in the house alone? I don't know.
It sounds like you had a dream that you were by yourself.
No, so I went to sleep and I tried to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about basically the whole premise of The Ring is you watch this movie and then you die in 7 days. And then you basically watched the movie. So now I'm like, well, shit. I am not that superstitious, but I am alone with my thoughts.
Everything is always scarier. Like the movie is scary when you're watching it, but it's only when you go home after that you're like, oh my gosh, I am haunted forever. I am never going to be able to sleep again. I have to run down the hallway really fast to the bathroom.
It's worse for me if I see it at home. Because then I just turn it off and I'm like, well, now it's quiet. And then there's noises. And either way, I am not happy about it.
Yeah, you need to put on some happy music or
But I do
Talk to the
love
dog.
laughing and making fun of horror movies while I watch it.
Yes.
Because it's like scary enough still where you're like heart is pounding, but you're trying to like be all tough guy or tough girl. And like, of course he'd pick up the phone. Why wouldn't he?
I mean, I'm a movie talker. I'm a TV talker. It's so hard to sit quietly and watch a movie because I have thoughts that I want to talk about. What I think is happening in the scene, or what I think someone's wearing, or what I think about that lamp in the background, or hey, this is what I think I'm going to predict is going to happen, or oh, I told you that was going to happen, or what's going on with that hairstyle, or I have lots of thoughts and I want to share them. I went to the movies like a month ago and I just had to sit there quietly.
That's true. You can't talk in the movies, but you can yell with everybody else. So I saw, what's that really budget movie that everyone was really into?
I'm going to need more than that.
It was literally filmed with like a handheld camera.
Oh, was it like the Salem Witch Project? No, what is it? Blair Witch Project? The scary one?
It was literally filmed with like $17,000 budget, and it made millions.
Okay, but you have to you got to tell me something about the plot because Blair Witch Project.
It doesn't really matter. Anyways, I went to the theater, and everybody yells and screams at the same time when all the drawers open or when someone's like thrown into the camera.
Oh, Paranormal Activity?
That's what it was. I think it was Paranormal Activity.
Okay. For the record, the Blair Witch Project also meets the criteria that you're asking.
$17,000 budget?
I mean, I'm not sure I didn't do, reconnaissance
Can we get somebody
into
in the comments?
But it's also like on a handheld camera. I've heard that people got like sick watching it because it's so motion.
Yeah, it was a big thing to do that for a little while. There's another one with an alien invasion that had a handheld camera that got pretty famous.
Oh yes.
Sort of the Sea, I think.
I'm not gonna think of it. Doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, scary movies coming up.
Scary movies.
And it's like dusk.
You know what they say
time.
about scary movies? It drives the women into their man's arms.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's my number one.
So you
trick.
should be very excited for October.
Women hate this trick. Click here.
This is honestly a great festival. We had great food earlier. I had a grilled cheese from Drewski's with garlic tater tots as well.
Yeah, I guess you can't see it.
Tater
It was
tots
over
are
there,
great. Yeah, all the food trucks are back there. And you had
from Nash and Proper, which is probably one of the most famous food trucks in Sacramento. I think it probably is the most famous food truck in Sacramento, Nash and Proper. And it was good. I only had a medium spicy this level, but I've had the spiciest before. Yeah, exactly. I still stole her tater tots in order to call my
And now the sun's kind of setting, so nighttime is coming. They've got music playing. They've got desserts. They've got drinks. They've got all sorts of stuff here, and it's going on this whole weekend. Exciting. Just fun. Just cool stuff. I feel like Sacramento didn't used to have cool stuff when I was... Or if they did have cool stuff, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, you just kind of find out about it on Facebook, but it's like buried in all these other like events, like little church event with like 4 people. Yeah, it's hard to find. It's true. Well, somehow everybody knows about it now. Oh, I guess we'll go and enjoy it though. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for joining
Episode
us.
2. Bye.
Bye.